Another living room chat with George O'Connell. This one, a little bit more of a serious video. This one. First of all, I'm really excited. Only a few days away. I got another practice game, 2 games against Tim Smith coming up on Wednesday. That will be my last prep for this tournament. I'm excited to play Tim. Tim's a real good player, 4th in the region. I already got a couple of practice games against Robert Brandon. So the good news is I should be in pretty good shape with enough practice games going in. It's nice to be playing Kings of War with the rule book. It's nice to be done with majority of the painting of the army, even though I still probably paint up another 500 to 700 points. I'm really excited too because my challenge match against Seth is going to be on, and I'm really pumped on that. See, even though me and Seth are in the same region, sometimes with the luck of the draw, you don't get to play people. And Shannon's already played him twice, and he's a Midwestern player who comes down for some events. I was lucky. We played a pickup game once, and it was one of the funnest games I had in a long time. It was a nail-biting game. It was the first time I ever played a game with elves, and Seth was really cool. We had fun, and with Seth leaving to go move with his girlfriend and being out of the country, this might be the last time I get a chance to play him. So I'm really excited just because Seth's such a cool guy. So very excited about that. Back from the Lone Wolf, I learned a couple of things that they do differently there. Like they're very big into that corkscrew. They like that nimble now. They're going along with it very far. Another thing about them, they use a little bit more individuals than we do because they want to hit those flyers. They want to knock that nimble off of them. They want to be in front of them so they control what they can do so they can turn around and bring something into the flank. So they set up a lot of things with that. So that's why with my newest list, you see, I went down to 2 dragons because, first of all, it really hurt because I really played a lot of smash mouth with my dragons. But losing the defensive 6 and the regen, it's huge. So now I'm going to try more of a hit and run style, more like Keith Randall, how he runs his dragons. So with one, I went with the boots of levitation, so I can go 20 and breathe. That thing's awesome. That's Keith Randall all the way. I now added nimble back, so I can do my own corkscrews. And that when an individual hits, screw you if you do 1 wound, but you're not disordering me. So that's more looking down in the future for the U.S. Masters, because at the U.S. Masters, I'm going to see that. So right now, I'm looking at, after this tournament in the Southeast, hopefully I'll have a good finish. But even if I don't, I got 340 something points, I think 342 or something like that. So I'm going to make the top 8. Which is fantastic. And they might even have 10 this year on the Masters team, so there's a little talk of that too. So I should be okay. This will give me a shot if I finish really high of going after the best player in the game in our regions, Iron Man. So I still think it's going to be Robert Brandon because that 126 is so huge, especially if Robert has a big tournament this weekend. I think it's going to be too much for me and Sean Williams to overcome. Sean wouldn't be surprised if he bounces in here, wins this event, takes over the #1 ranking, and just beats his chest. Sean's so consistent. See, he keeps playing his arm. He knows the ins and outs of it. Like when it comes to me with elves, I really don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm still trying to learn. Still trying to try different things out. Like right now, I'm really pumped about the archers. I like how that adds that long range threat to me. I know I'm going to go down to 2 dragons. That's fine. 2's still really good. There's a couple of things I'm looking forward to trying. I want to hit a couple more out-of-state tournaments. Like Lone Wolf, I learned a lot of different things. Not only how they're going to attack armies, but what they like to do. And even like I sat down with Robbie King, we were looking at my arm, and he was like, George, he goes, I love your blending. He goes, fantastic job. And we were talking, he goes, George, he goes, you got green on green. He goes, from 3 feet away, doesn't draw people's attention. So he talked me into going to the speckle bases, which is really simple and easy to do. But it makes it look better from 3 feet out to draw people over to look at your Army. So I did the board over, I did a lot of work on the Army. I'm ready. Let's see. So as I said, when you go to other tournaments, you get to pick people's brains. Like I also sat down with Patrick Allen, and Patrick gave me a couple of things, which, Patrick's really cool. One of my favorite players down there in the South region. So kudos for Patrick. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can learn and bring back to our region. So at TNT, I will talk with people and, change ideals. Here's another thing, next month in June, at the end of June, I am going to go to the Mountaineer. That's a Mid-Atlantic event. I know Robert Brandon's going to Minnesota in July. And it's really important that we hit other events. We figure out what they're trying to do and bring it back home. So we have an understanding besides what our local meta is. So we'll see what happens. Once again, really excited. I'm going to keep this on the short side, under 7 minutes. Thank you for viewing. I'll let you know how that nimble dragon turns out. It's really an interesting concept. It's either going to be fantastic or didn't work out, but I'll go back to the old drawing board. There's nothing wrong with going to the drawing boards. So everyone have a safe trip to TNT. To my boy Seth, you the stud, brother. You the stud. Love the costume. Really looking forward to getting our game on. Thank you for playing me, because this is the first time we're ever playing in a tournament, and you're about to leave, and I'll have this memory forever. So Seth, thank you. See y'all, TNT.